Ayan, hello mga ka-trippers, Trip ni Mel Vlog. Ayan, nagla-live tayo ngayon. Um, just to give a review for my students. Ayan, mamaya I will send it. Ayan, mamaya. Hinanap na nila yung stream. Ayan. Where's the streaming? We're gonna wait for the students to be part of the live streaming. It's not available though. It's not the streaming is not available. Wait. Dito available yung streaming natin. Wait. Di ba siya available? Ayan. But Sachi sabi nila it's not available. Hi sir, long time no see. Yes, Ria, mega loves. Isabella tuloy. Sachi, can you share the live streaming because they told that ano daw it's not available but I posted it already. Ayan, pinusa ni Sachi. Ano to? Ayan, they are coming in. Sir, it says it's not available. Sige na, okay. Present, ayan. So, I'm just looking into who are the people. Oh, we're 17, 18. So, we're looking into first just an introduction. So, this review has no bearing, okay? Has no bearing. The attendance here has no bearing to your attendance in our regular class, okay? This is just intentionally for you to have ideas on what will be the summative test tomorrow. Okay, so it's just an option for you whether to attend or not. But there's a student who asked me if should I need to privatize this afterwards. Yes, I will privatize this after an hour or two. Okay, but in order for you to review it again, you need to review the video again after we do the review. Okay? Parang ang kulit lang, no? It's a little bit confusing, but indeed. So, I think we're 17, so we will wait first. Pag nag-20 na tayo, ganun. So, we will start. Haytam is here, Atasha. Okay, we have also here Gabriel, Carl, Benedict, Regina, Giorgio, Eliza, Ibrahim, Daniel, okay, and the others are, I think, okay. We have also your Jedrick 21. So I think we can start it now. Angeline is also with us now. Wait, I'm just giving them message. Okay, so please get your pen now for you. Okay, don't forget to give thumbs up pala. Thumbs up naman kayo dyan. Yan. Don't forget to give a thumbs up for this. Thank you. So, ayan, dyan si kapatid na Leia. Ayan, kapatid na Leia, it's condolences. So, it's just for me to, I just did this live streaming, not just because I want, not just because I have to do it regularly, but it's for me to give review for my students. So within this week, it's a review week for them, so that there will be no burden. Okay, Jerry is with us now. Nandito na ba si Kiara? Kiara, ayan, nakita ko na si Kiara because Kiara messaged me. So How about the others? Maybe you can, Hita, maybe you can invite your friends to be with us, okay? So that they have also the knowledge later. But as I told, it's their options at the same time. So I hope your ebooks are already open too, and don't forget to get your pencil or pen, and at the same time notebook for you to jot down. Leave na ko, sir. Sige, 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 sige. No, no problem, kapatid na Leia. Yeah, this is just a review anyway. But if you wanted to do a review also in media and information literacy, then you can join us. Charot. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope I'll call you later. I call you later. Okay. So let's start now. Just say ready if you're ready now. And just type ready, guys. And ready na. Kung ready na lahat. If everyone is ready for me to ask the first question. And ready na daw. Atasha told it's ready. And about the others, it's Ibrahim said ready at the same time. Daniel, okay, give an emoticon ready. Ready, get set, go. Ready, get set, go. And ready na. Eileen Glot said ready at the same time. Okay, Gabriel. Cesar, hello, Cesar. And ready na rin. Kiara said ready. Okay, it's Hatem said ready too. So the first question is, so I'm just going to read it. I open my other phone. Okay, don't forget to give thumbs up, okay? Ito na lang yung ano ninyo. My consolation prize is just your thumbs up. Thank you. So there are 28 students here. Is it 28? Or maybe including because I opened my three phones ang yaman. So my other phones. Okay. Ayan. First question. And the first question is, this is part of Jari's group, okay? Jari's group report. And that is all about, communication from interpersonal to mass communication. So the first question is that blank is directed and forceful exchange of information and messages between people or group of people by speaking, writing, gestures, and signs. Is it here? Yeah, I think is it the group of Jari? Yeah, I think so. It's a group of Jari. This is a group of Jari. So what's the answer? Communication. Communication, sabi niya, no? Ang bilis ah. Okay, so communication is directed and purposeful exchange of information and messages between people or groups of people, speaking, writing, gestures, and signs. Yeah. Can you repeat po? Sabi ni Daniel. So I will repeat it, Daniel. I think they got the correct answer na. So communication is the directed and purposeful exchange of information and messages between people or group of people by speaking, writing, gestures, and signs. Okay. So let's proceed now to the next question. I think this is just the I included here. It's just lesson 1 and lesson 2, and so as the videos. Can you still remember the fake news? I think I included here, or maybe in the second quiz. The next question. Blank refers to any form of communications passed or transmitted using channel. Hi, Ronnie. How are you? So this refers to any form of communications passed or transmitted using channels. So ano yung what is the one that we're transmitting? Mediated communication. We are talking about communication, right? So what is the one a message? Ayun. So Gabriel got the correct answer. Yes, it's message. Message is referring to any message or any form of communication passed or transmitted using channel. So it's correct. Yeah, Gabriel, Carl, okay. Very good. Message, sabi ni Danielle. Sige. So, number 3 question. Number 3 question. I think somebody gave the sorry po. Sige, okay lang, okay lang. No problem. Anyway, ano naman to, this is a review, di ba? Just okay not to get the correct answer during review as long as you will get the correct answer during the final, okay, summative test. Hola, sir. What, Ronnie? So, nagtatagalog na si Ronnie. Ronnie speak. Is it Tagalog, Ronnie? Okay, so number 3 question. Is it number 3? Yeah. So it refers to the number. Kanina it's communication. Then we have message. Okay. So this is it refers to the communication between two persons, whether they are verbal or non-verbal. What do we call to the communication between two persons, whether they are verbal or non-verbal? I think somebody gave the correct answer. Well done. I'm going to check it. Is somebody gave the correct answer? Sabi ni Jaris, of course, Jaris, this is the report of Jaris Group, interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication refers to the communication between two persons, whether they are verbal or non-verbal. Report ko yan. Report da. Sabi ni Cesar, wag nyo gawin sa akin. Report ko yan. Very good. So, very good, Cesar. Wag nyo gawin ng corona sa kanya. Sige, report daw niya yan. Sige, given. Number 4 question. Number 4 question. Number 4 question. Ewan ko kung report mo pa rin to. So this refers to the term commonly used to refer to communication systems that are configured to create, produce, and disseminate media text to mass audience. Disseminate. Laro na. Mamaya nagpapa-review ako. Mamayang after an hour maglalaro. Ayan guys, nandito si Ma'am Jenny Rino. I hope yung mga hindi pa nag-subscribe sa kanyang channel, please subscribe to Ilong Vlogger ng Kuwait. We are playing kasi Mobile Legends, guys. Can you repeat po? Okay, so this is we refer to the term this is the term commonly used to communication systems that are configured, create, and produce and disseminate media text to mass audience. In general, how do we call it? Public communication? No, it's not, Daniel. So this refers to the communication systems that are configured to create mass communication. Okay, I think somebody got the correct answer. Mass communication. Very good, Gabriel. So in general, the communication systems that configured to create, produce, and disseminate media text to mass audiences, is called mass communication. Okay, it's called mass communication. What is your keyword here is mass audience. Okay, mass audience. It's produced to create, produce, and disseminate media text to mass audience, so mass communication. Okay, are you nakaka-follow kayo? I hope you are still with me, following. So this is a true or false question. This is a true or false question. Traditional form of mass communication consists of newspaper, radio, television, and film. True or false? Tamsak Dan. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, traditional forms of mass communication consists of newspaper, radio, television, and film. Try. Anong try? Ilong vlogger. True. Okay, yes, it's true. Yeah, it's very true that traditional form of mass communication is before it consists of newspaper, radio, television, and phone. Okay, because today we have now, right, the mainstream media, so we can get the mass communication with the other medium of mass media that we're using now, such as the social media that everyone is using. So it's true, traditional form of mass media, newspaper, radio, television. Okay. So where are we now? What number are we now? Number 6. Okay, number 6. Still true or false? Still true or false? In mass communication, there is no immediate feedback between the source and the receiver. So going back again to what we have studied about ano to? It's the anong tawag nila dito? Wait, check it. Anong tawag nila doon? It is the nature of communication. Is it the nature of communication? Yeah, it's the nature of communication. The models of communication, should I say. True. Excuse me. According to Daniel and Ibrahim and Eileen, and Jerry, of course, Carl also, that in mass communication, there is no immediate feedback between the source and the receiver. It's very true. Okay, it's very true in mass communication. So we won't expect that our audience will give a feedback to whatever content that we are giving them. Okay, that's very true. Okay, in mass communication, it's optional. Actually, it's optional. I need water. Okay, next, what number we know? Number 7. Still true or false? True or false? The term mediated communication refers to any situation where a technological medium is introduced into face-to-face interaction, which is also included personal mediated communication, media simulated interpersonal communication. Sabi niya no, Cesar, it's true. Whose report is this, Jerry? Who's the one who gave the report in this particular topic? Me. Sabi ni Cesar, it's still me. So you cannot escape for me to me, sir. That's still my report. Okay, so the term mediated communication refers to any situation where a technological medium is introduced into face-to-face interaction, which also include interpersonal mediated communication, media simulated communication, person-computer interpersonal communication, and unique communication. Okay, so lahat yon is still pertain to mediated communication. So the answer is true. Okay, very good. Next. Still true or false? Sige, tingnan ko nga. Baka report pa rin ito ni Cesar. So people communicate differently in working environment, and this type of interaction is referred to as an organizational communication. True or false? People communicate differently in a working environment, and this type of interaction is referred to as an organizational communication. Sabi ni Isabella and Jerry, it's true. Okay. Sabi niyo, true. O, di true na siya. Georgia told it's true at the same time. Okay. Next, I think there are only 47 questions, 42 questions here. So we are now in number 8. So this is an identification. What do we call the discourse between 3 or more persons? These discourse involve 3 or more person. It involves discourse between 3 or more person. What do we call that? What do we call a discourse between 3 or more person? Anyone in the group? Sabi ni Sati, small group communication. Sigurado, small group sabi ni Regina, small group communication. So, according to them, it's small group communication. Are you sure? Are you sure, Denya? Charot. Sige. I will not give an affirmation for that. So it involves discourse between 3 or more persons. According to them, according to the group, it's small group communication. Okay, small group communication. So next, number 9 question. Wait, naglalag ako. Okay, next. True or false? Ah, I think I'm done with number 9. Not 9. Sabi ko, yes, I'm done with number 9. Number 11 na tayo pala. number 11. I'm done with number 10. Your answer is small group, right? But I will not give an affirmation that it's still true or false. Number 11 question. Okay, number 11 question. True or false? There are 7 elements that constitute in creation of message. So we are now pertaining to the different models of communication. Okay? True or false? Wala pa akong sinasabi, Jedrick, true na agad ang sagot mo. So true or false, there are 7 elements that constitute the creation of message. First will be source, encoding, transmitting, channels, decoding, receiver, and feedback. Is it true or false? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you sure that there are 7 elements that constitute the creation of message? Is it the source, encoding, transmitting, channels, decoding, receiver, and feedback? Sabi na false. Why it's false? Okay, what are the the elements that constitute creation of message then? Trolls. Trolls. Pali ko sa iyo, Jedrick. Sige. What about noise interference po? There are 8 po. Ayun. So, there are 8 daw. So, according to them, there are 8. So, it's up to you whether you believe them or not. So, I will not give, as I told you, I will not give some of the correct answers. I will not affirm. But there are people who got the correct answer. Okay, there are people who get the correct answer. So, I agree to some, but not to many. So, kindly check that whether there are 7 or according to Jari, how about noise interference daw? Sir naman. Sabi ni Miguel, there are 8 po. Ayun, so do you believe to Miguel? Kinwestiyon yung credibility ni Miguel. Okay, so so whether you need to search for that, okay? I think somebody got the correct answer. I agree to the person who justify it, okay, and gave the answer. So the correct answer, should I say? So fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. So we are still in the model of communication. We are still in the model of communication, or elements of communication, should I say. It is where the message came from. Okay, it's where the message came from. It can be a person or an organization. Pero pag British daw, it's ano siya. It can be a person or an organization. Okay, so what do we call the, is it the source daw? Oo. Yung source ng chika, ganun. Yung source ng chismis is where the message came from. Siya yung source ng chismis. I'm just kidding, yeah. Ibrahim told its source daw. Okay. Source. The others are now just maybe jotting down the correct answers. So it is where the message came from. It can be a person or organization. According to some, the answer is source. I don't know if you believe them. Source po. Sabi ni Daniel, source po. Okay, so let's have now number. Sabi ni Miguel, source. Yeah, confirming source. So we are still within the elements of communication. It is the process by which the message is translated so it can be transmitted and communicated to another party. I think this is anong part pa rin to? Ng ano, yeah, I think it's still in the group of Jari to. The group of Jari. Yeah. The last part. Again po, so it is the process by which a message is translated so it can be transmitted and communicated to another party. So what do we call the process by which a message is translated? Sabi niya, encoding. Gabriel told it's an encoding. Okay, so I don't know if you believe them. So should I need to go to the next question? Sabi nila, encoding is the process by which a message is translated and so it can be transmitted and communicated to another party. Encoding po. So, are you sure is it encoding? So please take down notes with the question. And if you believe Jari, Gabriel, then your answer must be encoding. Okay, but if it's not, then you need to search for, if you are still doubtful to the answers of Jari and Gabriel and Daniel, so you need to search the correct answer. If you know that you need to confirm it more. So it's the process by which a message is translated so it can be transmitted or communicated is called to be as an encoding tao. Okay? Next question. Number 14. Number 14. Still fill in the blanks. Fill in the blank pala siya kasi isa lang siya. So this is the actual act of sending the message. So we are still within the elements of communication. So what do we call the actual act of sending the message? It can be either through a person, vocal cord and facial muscles, complemented with head gestures, if we mean the act of speaking. Transmitting. Sabi nila transmitting. According to Jari, it's transmitting. Okay. Ibrahim told it's transmitting also. Okay, so is it correct? It could be. Gabriel, so tatlo na sila. So they are affirming that the answer is transmitting. But if you are still doubtful, then you need to, and Carl also confirmed that the answer is transmitting. Sabi ni Miguel, no, it's not. It's transmission. What is the question po? Sige, Daniel, the question is, it is the act of sending the message. It can be either through the person's vocal cord and facial muscles, complemented with the hand gestures, if we can mean the act of speaking. So, Angela Bernardo Tamsa, kayo mega love shout out Angela. So we're doing a review for the media and information, the things that we had studied in our previous lessons. So, yung mga nakikita nyo dito are my students, okay? So if you want to participate and learn something about media and information, then you can just, sabi ni Daniel, transmitting. Okay? So parang sinabi niyong mali si Miguel, Miguel, it's not transmission, it's transmitting. Sige. Miguel, oh, May nagme-message, wait. Wait. Okay, hindi. Sa mga group chats. Next, number 15. So there are, I think, 42 questions here. So number 15 na tayo. Number 15. Thank you so much, Angela. Thank you so much. I hope next week makakapag-live streaming na ako ng dire-diretso. Okay, so we are still within the elements of communication, guys. So what do we call the one who receives the message from the source? So the one that receives the message from the analyzing and interpreting the message in ways both intended and unintended by the source. So what do we call now? So what do we call now to the person who receives the message from the source? So halimbawa, anong tawag natin dun sa sa pinagchismisan dun sa message? Charot. So what do we call the one who received the message from the source? Analyzing and interpreting the message in ways both intended and unintended by the source. Sabi ni receiver. So Eileen Glott told its receiver. Ayan. Receiver, then yung receiver. Okay. But if you're still doubtful to their answers, then you can search it, okay, by yourself. So be careful with the spelling of receiver, but the one that I read there have the correct answer with the spelling. Because in Schoology, once you just misspell the word, whether you intentionally got the correct answer, it's still a mistake. Okay? So number 16 na tayo. We're in number 16. Wait, naglalag siya. It's lagging inside with you. Wait, naglalag, guys. Okay, so this is still within the elements of communication. It is the way in which a message or messages travel between source and the receiver. So what do we call now the way in which a message or messages travel between the source and the receiver? Since what is the one it's connecting them? It's through what? So it is the way in which the message or messages travel between source and the receiver. So what do we call that one? What do we call to the way in which a message, is it medium? No, it's not medium. Start with letter C. Okay, for example, this is the speaker and this is, this is the, this is the source and this is the receiver. What is in between? Sabi niya, Eileen told its channel. Daniel told its channel. Gabriel channel. Let me start with letter C. Channel, okay? Okay. Charot. Akala ko charot. Carrot pala. Carrot. It's carrot. Carrot daw, carrot. Sige, ginugulo kayo ni Ibrahim. So, according to many, the answer is channel. Channel is the way in which a message or messages travel between source and receiver. Car. Is it car? Sige, guluhin mo pa sila, Carl. Is it Carl? Is it car without L? To make it Carl? Carlo Has is the answer. Yes. Agree. Okay, I think this is still within the elements of communication. Within the elements of communication, it is the response generated by the messages that was sent to the receiver. What do we call to the response generated by the message generated by the messages that was sent to the receiver? What do we call to the response generated by the messages that was sent to the receiver? So, for example, the pep talk is done already. So the source has done to give the message transmitted. sabi ni Jerry, it's feedback. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So feedback is the response generated by the message, okay, by the messages that was sent to the receiver. Okay, it's feedback. Very good. It's feedback. Next, number 19 and 17. Sorry. Okay, number 19. Number 18, should I say number 18? Uh, True or false? Musical Spark, hello, brother. Long time no see. Hello, brother. Mega, mega love. Shout out to you, brother. Yeah, it's a little bit busy. So we just do the live streaming, brother, for us to have a review for our for the lessons that we had for our media and information literacy. So if you want to participate, then just do so. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, it's a little bit busy. So, true or false? Interference, also called noise, can come from any source. So, the interference is anything that blocks or changes the source intended meaning of the message. Georgia told it's true. Are you sure? Uh-huh. So, interference is also called noise. That's true, which came from any source. Thus, interference is anything that blocks or changes the source's intended meaning of the message. Thumbs out. Thank you so much, Musica Spark. How are you, brother? True. According to Gabriel, true. Jared, true. Okay. They gave an affirmation, but you need still to check it, guys. If it's interference, is anything that blocks, okay? Anything that blocks the messages, okay? Anything that blocks or changes the source intended meaning of the message, okay? So please check that out. Please check that out, whether the answer is true. But they gave an affirmation that it is true. Still true or false? True or false? Nabubulol na ako. It's true or false? Communication began as drawing on the walls of caves, carving on the barks of trees. I think this is in lesson 2 already. Okay. And later on, papyrus and parchment. True or false? Communication began as drawing on the walls of caves. I think this is within the history of the circle overview of communication. So most of you told it's true. That communication began as a drawing on the walls of caves, on the barks of trees, and later on it's in a papyrus and the parchment. Okay. I think this is the report of Leila's group. Okay, this is fill in the blank. What do we call to the material prepared in an ancient Egypt from a peaty stem of a water plant used in sheets throughout the ancient Mediterranean world, from writing or painting, and also from making articles such as a rope? Sabi, Giorgio, Carl, okay, papyrus, okay, papers, okay. I don't know. Should I still need to affirm it? I think the answer is obvious. Okay, the material prepared in an ancient Egypt from a peaty stem of water plant used in sheets throughout an ancient Mediterranean world is called papyrus. How about this one, guys? How about this one? I think this is in these slides already. The one that I asked that they need to change it. It is a rock carving, specifically a prehistoric one. What do we call the rock carving, especially a prehistoric one? It is called what? Start with letter P. Start with letter P. Anyone? Repeat the question. Can you repeat, Bo? What do we call the rock carving, specifically a prehistoric one? What do we call the rock carving petroglyph? Gian told it's petroglyph. Start with letter P. Mm-hmm. Anyone can affirm that the correct answer is petroglyph if you agree with Gian. Gian told petroglyph is the rock carving, specifically a prehistoric one. Mm-hmm. Any affirmation from the group if you agree to Gerard? Gian, Gerard. Gian? Wala na, wala na. Are you sure? How about this one? True or false? According to Gian, petroglyphs are rock carving during the prehistoric ones. Do you agree that petroglyphs are type of parietal art that found on the wall or ceiling of the caves? So it's a rock carving, right? So do you agree, true or false, that these are parietal art found on the wall or ceiling of the caves? I think there it's a little bit confusing. A while back, it's according to Gian, petroglyphs are these are the rock carving. So, do you agree, true or false, that petroglyphs are type of parietal art found on the wall or ceiling of the caves? True or false? True. Are you sure? Is it petroglyphs are the parietal art found on the wall or ceiling of the caves? False. False. According to Georgia, is it told it's false. Gabriel told it's true. Are you sure? Daniel told it's true. So which one? Is it Giorgio? Bahala na. So you need to search it. You need to search it, guys. I think it's in uh, in the I took this in the slideshow. Slideshow. So in the to the PPT in this call in Schoology. Okay, the group 2. So you need to check the lesson 2 on the historical overview of communication. Then you can see there the answer. Okay, it's false. So according to Eileen, it's false. So what do we call the parietal art found on the wall or ceiling of the caves? Then Eileen. Anyway, you no need for you to give the answer, Eileen. So I just asked whether true or false. So bahala na daw sabi ni Ibrahim if your answer is true or your answer is false. Okay, so let's have now here. This still start with letter P. Eto na, it's the first word is already your what do you call this? Your guide, okay? It's a pictorial symbol of a word or a phrase. This was used as the earliest known from writing examples having been discovered in Egypt and Mesopotamia from or before 300 BC. So Mesopotamia is now the present Iraq. The present name is Iraq. Okay, pictograph. Sabi niya na it's a pictogram. Mm-hmm. Is it pictogram or pictograph? Which one? Oops. I think somebody gave the correct answer already. So please check this out whether So just choose between the answer of Jerry and Cesar. Which one? Is it pictograph or pictogram? Okay, it's a pictorial symbol of a word or a phrase. Sabi ni Gabriel, I do agree to Cesar, it's pictograph. Hindi sigurado si Cesar sagot niya. Sabi na, message deleted. Sabi naman Daniel, pictograph. I do agree. Okay, Daniel. Totoo yan. Pictogram. So according to Giorgio, it's pictogram. So choose, because if one of your answers will be either the answer of Cesar or Jerry, I was our pictograph pa po na lang. So I changed my mind. It is pictograph and not pictogram. So let your classmates decide for that. What will be their answer for you? So next, number 25. So malapit na tayo. We're already at the mid of our review. So we are at the mid of our review now. So still in the historical overview of communication. What do we call the graphical symbol that present an idea or concept, independent or any particular language and specific word or phrases? Sabi ko na. So what do we call a graphical symbol that represent an idea or concept, independent or any particular language and specific words or phrases? Start with letter I. Ideograph. Are you sure is it ideograph? Are you sure it's ideograph? It's a graphical symbol that represent an idea. According to Daniel, it's ideogram. Which one? Is it ideograph or ideogram? A while back, it is pictograph and pictogram. Ngayon naman, ideograph or ideogram. Instagram. It's an Instagram. Sige, yan ang sagot mo ha. Cesar ha. Gusto ko makita yung sagot mo bukas. I want to see that. That will be your answer to deleted. Message retracted. So which one? Which one? Is it an ideogram or ideograph? So the answer. O ba't na-delete? Tumawag si view deleted. No caps lock, please. Wala daw caps lock. No caps lock. Ibrahim was timed out by Nightbot for 5 seconds. Nabigyan siya ng pass. Ginagawa mo. Okay, so sorry, it's autocorrect po kasi. Ay, autocorrect naman siya. Sige. So, which one? Is it the answer of Daniel, ideogram, or ideograph, the answer of Jerry? So just, okay lang. Okay lang. Kasi once you put in capital letter, I have a friend here. It's named Nightbot. Charot. Okay. Nagde-delete siya ng mga messages. Mga spam messages. Spam messages. So, choose now. A while back, it's the answer of Cesar, right? The pictogram and the pictograph. Google has spoken ideogram. So Google has spoken daw, sabi na ideogram. So trust my instinct. Trust the instinct of. Okay? So just choose between the answer ideogram or ideograph. Number 26. Number 26. Bahala na kayo. Bahala na kayo basta ako nag-research na ako. Sabi ni Carl, bahala na kayo dyan basta ako nag-research na ako. Okay, next. This means to use, navigate, manage, store, and retrieve content in print, radio, and online. I think I discussed this one. I discussed this one in my PPT. Okay, the first one that the PowerPoint that I gave you. So it means to use, navigate, manage, store, and retrieve content in print, radio, and online. What do we call that one? To use, to navigate, manage, What do we call that one? What do we call that? What do we call the means to use to navigate, manage, store, and retrieve content in print, radio, and online? Sir, can you repeat? Okay, I will repeat it for the last time. So it means to use, to navigate, manage, store, and retrieve content in print, radio, and online. Start with letter A. Start with letter A. Ako ang nagwagi. Which one? What is the correct answer? I'm waiting for the correct answer. So I will repeat for the last time the question. Accessing, okay? Sabi ni Isabella, it's accessing. Okay? Accessing means to use, navigate, manage, store, and retrieve content in print, radio, online. Accessing. Lapit na, lapit na. It's 27. Next. True or false? Media and information literacy will enable to use, media and information literacy will enable us to access, understand, and create communications in variety of contexts. Media and information literacy will enable us to access, understand, and create communications in variety of contexts. I think I highlighted this in the PowerPoint presentation that I did. So the answer according to them is true. Okay. But if you're not sure to the answer of Isabel and Giorgio, then you need to the search. Diba? That's only the way for you to prove whether their answers is correct. True po. Okay. Next question, number 28. Ah, sorry. Why? Wala, nasaan ako? Wait guys, iba yung napindot. I pressed the wrong one. So number 28. So there are 42 questions out of 50. So we are now on number 20. I think number 27. So number 28 na tayo. Oh, what's this? Okay, go. So what do we call now? Okay, this means the ability to read, deconstruct, and evaluate media context and motivations. So a while back, it's accessing. So what do we call now to the means of the ability to read, deconstruct, and evaluate media context and motivations? Anyone? What do we call the ability to read, deconstruct, understanding? Okay, Sachi told understand. Is it decoding? Understanding. So which one? Is it decoding or understanding? Jerry and Isabel, Sachi, parang Isabela ko ng Isabela. Sachi and Jerry told it's understanding, but according to Giorgio, it's decoding, but it's doubtful because there's a question mark. So it's up now to you guys. Which one is the correct answer? Is it understanding? So is it understanding is the ability to read, deconstruct, and evaluate media context and motivation? Or is it decoding the means of the ability to read, deconstruct, and evaluate media context and motivations? But Daniel told, no, I give an affirmation, it's understanding. Okay. So the answer could be either understanding or decoding. Next, malapit na tayo. It's almost there. Number 29. Bahala na daw. Parang linya yan ni Carl kanina. Asa, linya din ni Ibrahim. Okay. So, what do we call now to the ability to produce, distribute, and publish ideas and information via mainstream media or social media? I think this is the one that you're doing. Diba? You are what? What are you usually do? Start with letter C. It's your ability to produce, to distribute, and publish ideas and information, creating. Yeah. So you're creating a content, diba? Repeat the questions po. The question po. So it's the ability to produce, distribute, and publish ideas and information via mainstream media or social media. So this is the one we're doing. So I'm giving you topics and you are now creating creating content. So the answer is creating. So this is a bonus question. Charot, bonus daw. So, okay, creating. Sinabi na ni Sachi. Okay, never mind. Sabi ni Carl. Brainstorming daw. Magbe-brainstorm kayo, we're brainstorming na, Carl. Okay, so creating, we are creating content. It's so easy to. I suppose I will not ask this question. True or false, creating means be able to transact and post online. Is the content, it's the one that we created, the content that we created can be post online. Parang ganun lang siya. It's true or false. Creating means be able to transact and post online. I think if you will not get the correct answer here, I don't know na lang. So true or false, creating means be able to transact and post online. True or false? True. Okay, I think I just gave I just give you an affirmation, but definitely the answer is true. Ito naman to, ito. So we're still within creating, understanding, okay? So producing or creating means be able to use media responsibly and to contribute democratic process using electronic media. Producing, or I think parang ano siya, it's the answer is given. So producing or creating means be able to use media responsibly and contribute democratic process using electronic media. So sabi ni Jerry, it's true. Yeah, that's why, di ba, ang sinasabi ko sa inyo, once you participate in a mainstream media, or it could be also in a social media, make sure that your answers are constructive and the things that you're telling must be constructive at the same time, because you are liable of whatever things that you are telling. It could be a hate words or a positive words that you are sharing. Then it really matters. Look what has happened now to Jam, right? To Jam Magno. I think it's Jam Magno. Am I right? Yung yun nababash because of her way of giving her criticism to the Miss Universe the Miss Universe representative of the Philippines. Okay? So ang dami-dami nang naka-attach sa pangalan niya. But who we are to judge her? Diba? And we don't even know her personally. Just what of a way of giving her what do you call this? Her way of expressing her thought. So you need to be extra careful, okay, in producing or creating if you want to become a content creator. Okay, the answer is true. Sabi niyo, the answer is true. Okay. So true or false? True or false? Media literacy and information literacy have always been two different entities and never been linked. True or false? Media literacy and information literacy have always been two different entities and never been linked. Sabi ni Sachi, false. Are you sure, Sachi? Media literacy and information literacy. Oh, sabi niya false. Why is it false? Okay. I think there's no debate. There's no debate. No. There's no ano. It's the answer is obvious, right? It's obvious that media literacy and information literacy must be together and they must be linked together. They are two different entities, yes, but they must be linked together. Kasi yun yung ginagawa natin, right? That's why you do content, you do a content in order for the others to, in order for us to disseminate the information about it. And others will learn something too. Okay, next. Ito na to, ayan, patay kayo dito. I think if you are still focused with the one, remember the, what do we call the false stories that appear to be a news? Ayan, what do we call to the false stories that appears to be news? Halimbawa yung sinabi na LeBron James died already or something like that, not fake news. Ayun, it's a fake news. Diba sabi nila ano? Fake news. Sinong fake news din yan? Charot. So the answer is fake news. False stories that appears to be news, hoax. Georgia, the answer is fake news. The answer is fake news. It's hoax. Oh nga, it's hoax. But the answer is fake news. Eh di fake news. So hindi din yan, eh di fake news, sir. Okay. What do we call to the false or inaccurate information, specifically that which is deliberately intended to deceive? Is it misinformation or disinformation? What do we call to the false or inaccurate information, specifically that which is deliberately intended to deceive? Is it misinformation or disinformation? Sabi ni Jerry, it's misinformation. Misinformation is a false or inaccurate information. Of course, from the word inaccurate. Misinformation. Maling information siya. Sinabi, ang tanong, matalino ba ako? Tapos ang sagot mo, hindi. Maganda ka. So, there's a misinformation already. Deliberately intended to deceive. Misinformation. Okay, Daniel. Bakit lagi si Daniel pangalawa lang siya? Hindi ba pwede ikaw din ang mauna ng sagot? I don't know if that is an insult or compliment. Ito yun, ito actually this one, ano lang yung. So, how about this one? It's a false information which is intended to mislead. I think the answer is already here. Mislead, specifically propaganda used by the government or organization to a rival power of the media. Are you smart? No, you're beautiful. Tagal ako. Tagal ako mag-type po. Sige, sige. May rason. May rason. Is it misinformation, Daniel, or disinformation? Sorry po. So, the answer here is disinformation. So, disinformation is a false information which is intended to mislead. Okay? It's disinformation. So, pag nagmi-misleading na siya, it's called to be disinformation. Okay? Pag nag-deceive naman siya, it's misinformation. Nagets nyo? Pag yung naninira ng puri, Ang tawag doon ay disinformation. Okay? I hope you got the difference between the two. Sir, are we almost done po? Yes, number 36. Ano na lang siya? 8 questions is 36, 4. 6 questions na lang. 6 questions na lang. 6 questions na lang. Okay, so next now is number 36. 6 questions na lang siya. 6 questions. True or false? The current information ecosystem is breakdown into 3 elements. Different contents being created and shared, the motivations of those who create the contents, and the way of the content being disseminated. True or false? The current information ecosystem is breakdown into 3 elements. The different contents being created and shared, the motivations of those who create the contents, and the ways of the content being disseminated. Huh? True? Is it just true or false? The current information ecosystem. So pag ecosystem, it's within the ano, 'di ba, the boundaries of media and information literacy. So is it breakdown into three elements? Sabi niya contents, motivations, and dissemination. True or false? Yun na lang, that's the three words. Is it contents, motivations, and dissemination? That's within the breakdown of the information ecosystem. What's the answer? True or false? The current information ecosystem is breakdown into 3 elements. First is the different contents being created and shared. Second, the motivations of those who create the contents. And the third, the ways of the content being disseminated. Ayan, nagmamadali na si Regina sa bilisan na natin. True or false? Bahala na kayong sasagot doon kung anong sagot nyo. True. Sabi ni Jari, true po. Are you sure, Jari? Are you sure? I think parang may nawawalang isa. Ay, ba't ko sasagutin? Kayo pala ang sasagot. True na lang. Oy, gumagaya ka kay Jari, Daniel. Sabi mo na naman, ang bagal mo mag-type. Ito, I think this is the one we did. So please watch the video. Remember the video in the slide, in the PowerPoint presentations that I did. So there are 7 types of misinformation and disinformation. So what are the 7 types of misinformation and disinformation? So, guys, what you need to do will be you need to follow the pattern that had been given. Wait, palitan ko na lang to. So, maybe you need to put it in ano na lang siguro. Sorry. You need to put it in alphabetical order na lang. True na lang. So, alphabetical order na lang to. So, I'm going to change this one. So, it must be alphabetical order. There are 7 types of misinformation and disinformation. Anyone? Anyone can give me the 7 types of misinformation and disinformation? Ayan, sige. While waiting for everyone. Anyone? Anyone? can give me now? The 7, okay. This is not in, anyone can give me now the 7 types of misinformation and disinformation. Search nyo na lang, search nyo na lang. So we are now in number 37 kasi nagmamadali na siya. So please search that one, the 7 types of misinformation and disinformation. Okay, I think you can see that to the video that I had. Remember the false news? It's in there. To the, just check. I think it's in the second video. Yeah, I think it's in the second slide. Continuation. Okay, number 39. It's ano lang naman to. So this is just a true or false. Fabricated content, false connection, false context, imposter, content manipulated, content misleading, content satire or parody. Sabi ni false connection, okay? False connection, false context, okay? Manipulated content, satire or parody, misleading, context, imposter, content, fabricated content. Okay, very good. I think meron na tayo. Okay? So the first one is false connection. Very good. Next is, ano sabi na? False. Ang number 1 is fabricated content. Bagal ng Wi-Fi. Ay, bagal daw ng Wi-Fi. Ba't dalawa lang kay Eliza? 7 siya, Eliza. So, FLDT. Saan ba si Eliza? Nasa Philippines. So, fabricated. Okay, the first one is fabricated. Fabricated content. So, that's number 1. Number 2 is, sabi niya, false. Is it false? Ano to? Fabricated content, false connection. Okay. Then false context. That's number 3. So, what's number 4? It's imposter, okay? It's imposter content. Then after imposter content, manipulated, okay? Manipulated, okay? Manipulated content. Number 6 is misleading, okay? And the last one is satire or parody. That's number 7. Nakuha nyo? Nagets nyo? Nasend agad po. Okay, sige. Imposter Wi-Fi. So I will repeat. Fabricated content. Then false connection, false context. Then number 4 is imposter content. Number 5 is manipulated content. Number 6 is misleading context. Content. Content. And may ano yung number 2 is false context. It's false context. Okay, number 6 is misleading content. And the last one is satire or parody. Okay? So, when we true or false, when we are talking about reaching very large number of people, we are pertaining to mass media. I think it's obvious. Diba? If it pertains to the large number of people, are we pertaining to mass media? True or false? When we are talking about reaching a very large people, we're talking about mass media. So there are 3 questions na lang, fill in the blanks. There are 3 fill in the blanks. So what are the 3 in So just to clarify, what number are we? Number 40 na tayo. We are in number 40. So number 40, there are 3 types of media. So what are the three types of media? You need to put it in alphabetical order. So what are the three types of media? Number 40, what are the three types of media? So dalawa na lang later. So what are the three types of media? I don't know if I'm correct. News media, social media, and web media. No, it's not. Broadcast media, digital or news media, and print media. Okay, there are three types of mass media. Of media. So those are broadcast media. Of course, we have now the digital, or we call it as the internet. Okay, the digital, or we call it as the internet. The digital media, broadcast media, the digital, and we have the print media. Okay, broadcast, then the digital or internet, then we have the print media. Okay, but I'll just put it na lang para hindi kayo malito. Broadcast media, internet, and print media. Okay, so broadcast media, internet, and print media. Ganun na lang tayo. So that you won't be confused. Just internet, yes. Just internet na lang. Internet na lang. Naglo-loading ba? Okay. Sige, sige, sige. Mamaya itatype ko lang yung sagot, ha? Broadcast media, then internet, and the last one is print media. May matutulog na ba? O nagmamadali si ano? Okay, next, number 41. Still fill in the blanks. Fill in the blank, should I say. Oh, it's loading. Okay, this is still in ano siya, in lesson 2. Okay, it's a historical overview of communication. What do we call to the graphic symbol that presents an idea or concept independent of any particular language and specific word or phrases? Start with letter I. The answer is start with letter I. Refers to the graphic symbol that presents an idea, concept, or concept independent or any particular language and specific word or phrases. I will repeat it for the last time. What do we call to the graphic symbol? Sir, was this repeated? No, it's not. Parang ano lang siguro. Siguro may... is it image? No. Start with letter I. Refers to the graphic symbol that presents an idea or concept independent of any particular language and specific word or phrases. Start with letter I. This is within historical overview. Yung ginagamit nila prehistorically. Is it prehistoric or just the ancient time? Start with letter I. Followed by letter D. Is it ideogram or ideograph? Which one? Sabi ni Miguel, it's ideograph. But according to Gabriel, it's ideogram. Is it ideogram? According to Eileen, it's not sure it's ideogram. Ito na naman. Bakit ako ba? Am I the one give? Here we go again. Am I the one giving the answers? Di ba kayo naman? So just, sir, I think this is repeated. It's not repeated siya. There's no ideogram. There's no ideogram. Which we have the pictograph, the pictogram, okay. Ano pa? Petroglyphs and pictogram. Parang naulit ito. No, it's not. It's not been repeated. No, it's not. Aaron Garcia sabi na it's ideogram. So this is the last question now. This is the last question. I think no need for me to repeat, right? So this is known as the consonant alphabet. Okay, this is known as the consonant alphabet writing system used in Arabic and Hebrew. So, sir, pwedeng both? No, it's not. Of course not. Sa buhay, kailangan mamili tayo, di ba? Is it left or right? Up or down? Di ba? Black or white? So, kailangan isa lang. Hindi pwedeng dalawa, Miguel. Isa lang ang puso mo. So, kailangan mamili ka. Which one? Charot. Which one? Which one is... okay, so the last question. Noted po, sir. Okay. So the last question is, this is known as the consonant alphabet writing system used in Arabic and Hebrew. Sabi niya, it's abjads. Okay? It's abjads. It's abjads. It's abjads. Okay? Okay, God bless everyone, guys. I don't know if you need to repeat this in order for you to get the correct answers. Okay, if you are not sure, then you need to research, pause the video, then after that. Any other questions, guys, before we're going to end the live streaming? In 1 hour and 30 minutes pala tayo. 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I'm now entertaining questions. Charot. I'm now entertaining questions. Sir, please, is it ideogram or ideograph? I-search nyo na nga siya. I-search nyo siya. It refers to the graphic symbol that represents an idea or concept. I think the answer is in the slideshows. In slideshows, yeah, it's in PowerPoint presentation. You need to look it in the Schoology, and you can. Sir, it says or. It says or. It says or. Check the PowerPoint presentation. Just check the PowerPoint presentation. GG na lang, guys. Good luck. God bless. In the slides po, it says ideogram and ideograph po. So which one? Sige. Sige na nga lang. Bigay ko na nga lang. It's ideogram, okay? Tandaan nyo, pag di nyo na kaya, wag na. Suko na lang, ganon. Oy, grabe. Naghirapan nyo to. You struggle. The answer is ideogram. Okay, the answer is ideogram. Okay, thank you, sir. Any other questions? Any other questions? Know your worth. Ayan, I agree to Lee. You know your worth. Never mind. Guys, remember, know your worth. Ayan, sinabi na ni Lee Mejia. Kaya Carl, never mind. Never mind, Carl. Never mind. Pictograph or pictograph? No? So what number is that? Just tell me what number so that I will repeat. Not in my chat. So just tell me the number of the question. If you, wag mo na ngayon. Just tell me number 22. Okay, I'll go back to number 22 question. Number 22 question. Wait, I'm just going to search it first. Is it the rock carving? Number 22, rock carving. We called it as the petroglyph. Okay, it's petroglyph, not petrogram. It's petroglyph. What else? The rock carving is called petroglyph. Ano pa? What number? Ayan, baka nagmamadali si okay lang ba na you're still staying with us? Number 24. Okay, so search ko number 24. Wait guys. Number 24. Isa-isa lang. Okay, number 24 muna tayo, number 24. So it's a pictorial symbol of words or phrase. We called it as the pictograph. Pictograph. Okay, number 24 is pictograph. Excuse me, number 25. A graphical symbol that represents an idea or concept is called, it's an ideogram. An ideogram. Is this repeated? I think it's repeated siya, no? Palitan ko yung isa. It's repeated. Number 25 and number 42 are repeated. Number 31, I think it's been repeated. Yeah, it's repeated. Ay, meron pala ng mga dito. There's, guys, there's an alternative answer here. In number 25, sabi dito, it could be either ideogram daw saka ideograph. So there's an alternative answer here. Ideograph, it's also correct. Okay. How are you, Gracia? Mega love shout out to you, Gracia. Ayan. This is my personal channel. Charot. This is my personal channel. So nag-ano lang kami ngayon, Gracia. Oh. Edilagot ako. So what else? What number question? What's your question, Mr. Dalmasha? 31 daw, number 31. 31. The answer is just true or false. Can you repeat? Producing or creating means be able to use media responsibly and to contribute democratic process using electronic media. I think the answer is obvious. Producing or creating means able to use media responsibly. I think this is the one you're the one doing, right? That's why we are doing content. We create contents and post it online, right, through electronic media. Is it true? What do you think? What do you think? Ayan, nandito si Gracia. Mega love shoutout, Gracia. O yung iba hindi pa nag-thumbs up. Please give me thumbs up o 20 thumbs up lang siya. And we are 27, 28. Ayan, ata. Okay, ata daw. Ilang taba na mukha. So big. Mag-diet na naman ako. Share out diet. Okay, any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Did you get the number? Pag may thumbs may mag-thumbs up na. Sir, extra point pag may thumbs up. Ay nga pala, speaking of yung perfect. So you need to choose na lang, guys, kasi alam ko nahihirapan na kayo. So choose na lang between um na lang, gawin na lang natin siyang 1,500 views. So yun yung gagawin ninyo. Next week will be the passing, I think first week of June will be passing of grades. So I think June 2. So what you need to do will be, if you want to reach 1,000, I'm going to put it down ng 500 views. So if you get 1,500 views, you will get a perfect score na in your 2 vlogs. Okay, or it could be 200 likes. So choose between 200 likes or 1,500 views. So either of the two, 1,500. Di ba sabi ko 2,000 views? But I think the others cannot reach it. Pero the grade 11 are doing their best. Okay, are doing their best. Almost nasa 500 na yung views nila. Because what they did is that I think they uploaded, they downloaded the different yung Chrome, Opera, something like that. Then I think they are watching it the rest of the night while they are sleeping. And it pays. Okay? Ayan, meron kayo, if you're going to use all your, if everyone will going to subscribe, subscribe, to give a like and subscribe. You did subscribe na rin. Okay? But you need to watch kasi hindi siya, the likes will be, will be removed. You have your how many dummies, YouTube dummies that you have, diba? You have more than 5, more than 10, or 5, minimum of 5. Ang pinakamarami actually is dating grupo nila Jari yata. Yeah. So maybe if you will ask the other group, for example, each group will contribute mga 50. So kuha nyo na yung, maybe 50 minimum, maximum of 50. So there are 4 groups lang, tapos na. Like kayo. Halimbawa, kausapin nyo yung kabilang grupo, like kayo, like din kami dun sa grupo ninyo. Ayun. If you wanted. So, I'm just giving you options, diba? On how to disseminate information. So, any other questions, guys, with the quiz that we have? Wala na? No more? Are you sure no more? Any other questions? You might have some questions, guys. There are 50 points, right? Yes, there are 50 points. Pa, there are 50 points now, then tomorrow 50 points again. Magre-review pa ba tayo bukas? Or hindi na, kaya nyo na? Or we need to do a review pa rin? No, it's advantage, no? It's an advantage if there's a review. Any other questions, guys? So, for number 37, the 7 types of miscommunication and disinformation. So, your answers must be in alphabetical order, okay? And of course, the first must be capital letter. For example, fabricated content. The content, it could be pwedeng small letter na siya. Fabricated, the first letter only will be capital letter. So fabricated content. Then we have A, B, C, D. False connection. Okay, false connection. Ano yung ginawa ni Daniel? Then next, after false connection, false context. Then number 4 will be imposter. Okay, imposter content. Imposter content. Then number 5 will be manipulated. Okay, the letter M must be capital letter. Manipulated. Manipulated content. Ay, tanong na bilis para we will not be manipulated content. Then number 6 is misleading. Misleading context. Okay, misleading context. Ay, content, sorry. Misleading content. Context. Isa lang yung context. Fabricated context na siya. Then the last one is satire. Okay, slash. Walang space ha. Parody. Okay. Satire slash parody. Yung parody start with capital letter din yung P. So satire slash parody. Any other question, guys? So number 40, broadcast media, internet, and print media. The first, that's number 40, okay? Diyan ako magbibigay ng other options. So may na-repeat tayo. So it will be bonus na lang sa inyo yun. Hindi ko na papalitan. Tinatamad na ako. Charot. Ay, palitan ko na lang. Sige, papalitan ko na lang. Sir, is it confirmed that we will be having filmmaking po? If there's a face-to-face, yeah, we are doing our best that there will be face-to-face. Though the face-to-face will be, you will be put into schedule. For example, in the STEM, the 15 of them will be batch 1, okay, for Sunday, Monday. Then the rest will be Wednesday, Thursday. The Tuesday will be asynchronous, so that will be for disinfection. So as in the gas at the same time. So if ever na ganun na, if that will happen, so most likely I do agree that there will be a filmmaking. It's nice but I'll be the one to give you. So siguro ngayon the one that we will do will be your film. The filmmaking must be must be. Ba't pa pag-uusapan natin to? Wala pa tayo. Excited. Bukas na lang. Sige, pwede naman. So I'm thinking of you're going with the title. It will be a title of a title of a song. Okay, it will be a title of a song. Then after that, that will be your soundtrack. Okay, but the soundtrack must not be copied to the original soundtrack, but rather maybe to those who are inclined in music here, you can do the piano, you can lower the key. Okay. What about the other that are not included for 15 students for the day? What will be for the what will they do for the day? So they will be online. For example, if you are not part of the 15 on Sunday and Monday, you will still be part of the online. So the other will be on face-to-face. So since we are having naman slideshows, so there are reports. So you will be the one to be at home and listening. And so as on Wednesday and on a Thursday, kayo naman, you will be the one to be in school. Then the rest of the first batch of 15 will be at home also and listening to you. Ganun siya. So it will be not anymore asynchronous and synchronous, but rather we called it as blended. Okay, blended na siya. We will be in a blended uh, um, we're going to use blended ano na siya, studying. Okay? Sir, will be given uniform since we are graduating? Yes, I think. Yes, I think. Yes. You're not given you need to buy your uniforms. Okay, you need to buy your uniforms. And I think we need to change the shoes kasi there's always ano, sabi, sir, we're using black shoes when we were in junior high school, then we need to buy it again, new one. So since ano, so magba-black shoes na lang tayo. My mistake ha. Akala ko given. Ano ka? May libre. Ayoko mag-comment. Baka mapahamak ako. Live pa naman to. Loko-loko kayo. Ibrahim, mapahamak ako dyan. Sige na, sir. I don't know, what do you like? You need to buy for your rubber shoes na white? Or should you need to use your ano na lang, black top siders? Your ano, your the casual black that you're using. Kasi pag once it's white, that you're using white, it seems that you are a Korean students. Okay, because we pattern it with the Korean students and the Japanese students. But if you're using the black one, the black regular shoes, whatever convenient. Of course, the black shoes is convenient and it's cheaper. Okay? Because before kasi they flaunt. That's why I don't like kasi not everyone is as affluent as the others, or not everyone is as wealthy as the other families. So makikita ko, I can really see those who are having an expensive shoes, white shoes. At least pag black shoes siya, if it's black shoes, everybody's at par. We cannot really identify whether your shoes is expensive or not, right? Kasi pag white shoes kasi, there are some are using Nike, some are using Adidas, and some are using from Mia Mia. So I'm not questioning that the way of diba, it's not naman it's not the shoes that matters. It is the quality of education that you gain. So yun naman yun. So I think parang mas I recommend. Pero I'm still looking kung mamaya sabihin niyo, Sir, White's the first batch who wear that and they use white shoes. So we're going to discuss that pa. Okay? If you wanted to. It depends upon the choice of yours. Any other question? So you need to be excited with the filming kasi maybe you can get 2, 3, 4, or 5 medals here in media and information literacy. Okay? So later, maybe, sige, kailan ba tayo, I'm just going to, na lang here, we will do live again, or in, not here, but in Google meeting, then after that, we will discuss how your movie will be, whatever is, nabasa ko na yan. So, kung whatever the things that we need to do so that you can prepare within the, what they call this, within the summertime. Okay, within the summertime. So I need to regroup you again. Okay. Kasi there's a time before I've noticed that in a group they are all I'm not underestimating others. They are all good writers. So halimbawa kung nagsama-sama sina Atasha, sama-sama sina Sachi. So what will happen to other groups, 'di ba? So ayan, sina Abaka, halimbawa ganun. So I need to separate them to those who are really good in editing, ayan, para the, what you call this, the group will be at par. Okay, the group will be at par. And you need to choose your characters at the same time. So you need to do the brainstorming soon. It's not necessary that the main character will belong to the group. Maybe in the other group you can get it in the other group. But of course during the award the whoever the characters, if, for example, you are in group B but group A took you as one of the main characters and you won, for example, best actress or best supporting actress, the what do you call this, the trophy will not be given to your group but it will be given to the other group. Okay, any other questions? Parang na-excite na kayo sa ano, no? You are excited with the, but it's really exciting. It's really tasky. Yeah, it's really tasky. But it's really exciting because it really, what do you call this? It will drive you into para maano yung ano niyo yung creativity ninyo yan. It's the creativity of yours in the different way of filming. Any others? Any others? Any other questions? And guys, eto na. So others kasi I remember others who they bought four sets of uniforms ganyan. So if you knew somebody else in the grade 11, grade 12 who just recently graduated, so maybe you can ask their old uniforms, okay, the close friends of yours, so that you don't need to buy 4 sets or 5 sets. Maybe you can just buy 1 or 2 sets. Okay, yung isang set kasi it's cost 60 KD yata eh. So yung set na yun, there's a blazer already, there's the what they call the vest, the top, what they call this, the long sleeve, and the pants for boys, both boys and girls. And ayun pa, yun yung ano, yun yung I think 40, 45, I don't know. We have the PE uniform pala, o yata 60 including the PE uniform. And I'm still asking you if your jackets, because the jackets are personalized, whether it is hoodie, should we need to use the hoodie one, or should we need to use the jersey? What do you call that? It's the anong tawag nila doon? Yung varsity jacket. And I don't know if what jacket that you still wanted to have. Kasi 'di ba sabi ko nga, it's every year must be in a different jackets. So that will be tradition, it will be turned to become a traditional na that will be an authentic jacket of your batch. Okay? Kasi yung dapat the batch of Audrey Gaboya, ang ganda, it's the jacket, it's very nice. It's a combination of our flag, Philippine flag. Okay, and their names. Kaso nga lang, it was not materialized because of the lockdown. So, hindi siya nangyari. Okay, it's not that materialized. Any other questions, guys? Magto 2 hours na pala tayo. Any other questions? Dali na questions. Sige, tapos ubusin na lang natin. There are 13 minutes na lang tayo para magto 2 hours. Just stay by me, stand by me. And who are good pala in ano here? Who are good in what do you call this? In music. Sir, when will be the new groupings be done po? I'm going to give you maybe sa June na lang natin gawin, or maybe after. Wag niyo muna don't think of the big group first. It's because once we do that, you have a lot of things to do with the other subjects. You need to focus it first with your other subjects. I know that it's within this week, you are really preoccupied with your performance task, and I don't like that my subject will be a burden on your part. Okay, that's why we did the vlogs early as possible in order for you not to think, and that's why I'm giving you review in order for you to not have so much burden. Okay, but of course there will be 4 to 5 groups. 4 to 5 groups. I hope there will be a face-to-face na so that you can see your faces on the big screen. I think some of you watch already in Alcut, right? I know where. Sorry, it's in Ajal Mall, right? I think that's the kasi I suppose the Cinescape wanted us to be in Alcut, but my fear is the students, right? They might be, for example, the kids, the grade 1 and the lower grades, diba, baka biglang may mawala. There might be somebody might be missing, going somewhere else. And the movie house, it's in the last floor. May biglang tumalon, ayan, patay tayo. So at least in Ajal, hanggang 2 floors lang siya. Pag tumalon siya, posibleng mabalian lang siya, hindi siya mamatay. Pero pag sa ano kasi, in Alcott kasi once the kid will jump over, wala na. Patay na siya. Hindi na siya mabalian. Okay? Any other questions? Any other questions? With regards your with regards your immersion program, you need to look now for good. Actually, I hope but this will be advantage on the UMS and GAS students. Or maybe if you really wanted to be part also of the Al Jazeera Airways, but there's medyo mahal lang kasi. Al Jazeera Airways is offering, I think it's 6 months training. So after your training with the Al Jazeera, you are already a certified flight attendant. Okay, certified flight attendant here in Kuwait. So you can apply now it could be either in Al Jazeera Airways mismo. If your performance is good, then better. Then after that, or it could be in Kuwait Airways. Ayun. Ano pa yung mga home airlines nila dito? Kasi it's the home airlines daw lang. So ayun, it's an advantage. I don't know. For example, you took what they call this? It's STEM, but you wanted to become a flight attendant, then maybe the 6 months can be of help to you to get your certification as a flight attendant here. Mm-mm. But of course, if that will be happen, that you will be chosen as flight attendant, don't forget your aim pa rin. There are a lot of online schools to finish your bachelor's. Of course, your parents will still wanted you to become professional as they are. Okay? Because being a flight attendant is kasi siya, it's just a passion. Okay, it's just a passion and not a profession. Though to others it's profession, okay? But they really mastered it. Okay, they really mastered it. Kasi once na your beauty and your physical attributes will be deteriorated, wala na, di ba? Pag matanda ka na, you will not be taken as flight attendant anymore. But it's only here in Asia. But in Western countries, when we went to US, I see a lot of all these who are flight attendants, and regardless of the size, 'di ba? It's in airlines. They prefer the petite one, 'di ba? The perfect face. But in US, they won't even look into the size, the color, or the height. There's an airline also when we went, alam to ng kapatid ni Sachi, when we went to Mongolia. I think the Mongolian Airways, yung mga the flight attendants are small, very petite, malilit sila. So they cannot reach really yung taas. So kailangan tinutulungan namin sila ganun. Sir, yan na. Any other questions, guys? 7 minutes more. Seven minutes. So as I told you pala with regards your the soundtrack of your music, soundtrack of your movie, it must be taken in what do you call this, original one. But you need to change yung halimbawa yung pace niya. It could be slow mo, or it could be na fast ganon. Or if you wanted, you can make your own music soundtrack if you are really inclined with music. Ayan, Sachi has a good voice. Sino pa yung maganda? Si Paradela yata magandang boses din niya. Si Miguel magandang boses. Sino pa yung mga who else have a good voice here? So maybe we can maximize them. Okay, in singing the soundtrack of your, para naman you will be different. There's a difference, should I say, of your movies to the others. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Ay, si Lee pala, si Lee Mejia, ang ganda ng boses. Magaling pa siya mag-gitara pala, o si Jugs pala. Kalimutan ko. Ano sabi niya, sir, nasa grupo ako ng banda. Banda doon, sa kabanda dito. Diba? Si Carl Benedict yata maganda rin boses nito. O si Ibrahim, magandang boses. Siyempre mga magagandang boses dito. Si Daniel Dalmasio, ayan. Si Daniel. Who else have a good voice here? So, hehehe. Sir, no. Hindi ba? Hindi ba maganda? Hindi, si Ibrahim, di ba magandang boses? Si Abakan, ayan. Ay, si Christine, pwede niyong gawin tong Christine Cabanilla, you can use her as as your script writer. Alam ko maganda ang nito. Soloist daw. Ayan. Si Alaysa, magandang boses. Ayan. Oo. Yun ito, to share your talents. Ano ba? Yes po, sir, maganda pa boses ni Ibrahim. O, magandang boses ni Ibrahim. Sino pa yung kumanta po siya ng Michael Jackson? Anong singer po yan? Sino pa yung kumanta nung ay, wala na pala yung mga iba. Nag-expose. Yaw. Si Aaron Aaron Garcia daw magandang boses. Ayan, si Aaron pala. O, yan, si Aaron. Si Aaron. Di ba si Miguel ang magandang boses? Si Miguel magaling mag-gitara. Yan. No way daw, no way. Oy, Aaron. Oo. Sige. Ayaw mong Ayaw mong kakanta? Charot. Nanakot. Yoko na. Nanakot. Ayaw mo kumanta? And at the same time, kasi nga we're trying to make sana ngayong batch yung original song nila for their graduation song and thank you song with their parents. Kasi lang hindi na namin mahabol. We are already at the mid of our editing for their graduation, virtual graduation. We did already, maybe you saw some posts of your ates and kuyas na they posted their graduation gowns. So we did already a pre-shoots of their graduation. So inaayos na namin, guys. So maybe first week of June or last week of May. I hope next week mapapanood na ninyo ang aming paghihirap. Charot, paghihirap. Okay. Miguel for the win. Ayan, push. Okay, so just an information also, guys. Our ang na natin ng office ng senior high school will be doon sa office ni Sir Arnold, doon sa maliit, doon sa taas. The chemistry lab will be used by the grade 12 Rizal A. Okay, the grade 11 doon sa dating still grade 11 where you stayed. Okay, where you nag-stay ba kayo doon? Ay, hindi pala. Nag-stay ba kayo doon? No pala, you did not stay there. No, you did not stay. Then, doon sa katabi ng opisina ni Sir Kasupang, still the Rizal B. Okay, then in the biology laboratory will be for the grade 11, grade 11, grade 11B. Eliza na lang po, share your blessings. So, let Eliza daw sing. So, what else are the information so that you know where to go na when the face-to-face is But the question here is, okay ba sa parents ninyo? Ayan, na magkaroon ng face-to-face. Face-to-face. Ayan. Or maybe they disagree to it, pero wala tayong choice kasi the ministry. Or did you have the question pala here, did you have your your vaccines? I think you're 16, 17. You have a raw talent. Sir, kailangan po ba may vaccine po kami lahat? 16 plus po daw. I think the others are still 15. The others are still 16 up. Hindi naman sinabi na you are obliged to have your vaccines. Okay? But of course, you need to precaution also your health. Ipapa-injection mo na po ba ako? Yung nanay mo, papa-injection ka na niya. And so, hindi naman obligatory yung injections, okay? Kasi virus din na dead virus naman yung i-inject sa dead virus ba? Virus din naman yung i-inject sa inyo. So, any other questions? Pero yung pag-stay nyo naman sa school will be not the rest of the week. Twice a week lang kayo pumapasok. Okay, twice a week lang. Gusto ko nga every other day, ganun. Para, halimbawa ngayon, batch 1, then the next day will be batch 2, batch 1 again, batch 2, ganun. Para maganda sana. I'm not sure. I need to look into with your scheduling again of yours. Because in the core subjects, halimbawa in media information, everybody must be together. So, I don't know how to have it, di ba? Kung paano. Okay lang dun sa specialized subjects. It's just okay. But the problem will be arise with core subjects. I don't know how we need to plan it pa. Okay? Any other questions, guys? Para the others will sleep na. The others must be reviewing again. Okay? I think it's enough information. Tomorrow na naman tayo magchikahan. Okay? God bless everyone. As I usually tell, it's bawal lumabas, sabi ni Kim Chu pala. Okay? So, goodbye everyone. Thank you so much. And see you tomorrow again for our next review. God bless.